Alright, good day and welcome to today's construction class. My name is Oluwatumbi Blessing Olalekon, the founder of Michael Tech. Right, for today we'll be considering the question displayed on the screen. Two views of a molding piece are shown in the figure below. So draw the option number one, the two views. So let's produce the front and the plan view as displayed on the screen right now. Alright, so I'm going to start with this. I'm going to produce a 10 horizontal line in that order right there. So with my set square, I'm producing a vertical line like this, as you can see on the screen. So looking at the base, the distance here is mark of 80. So I'm picking my mark 80, which is this. Alright, and from my right hand side, the total height to the top is 50 and 10, which is what, 60. I'm going to mark that out also. So mark 50, mark 10, settled. Alright, so then towards the bottom here, I'm having a mark of what, 10 mm also, which is what, this. So each of these marks will be projected right now. So this distance of 80, first of all, I'm going to project it vertically. Alright, so the marks, the first one is this mark of 10. Okay, I'm projecting that horizontally, followed by this mark of 50 horizontally, then this mark of 10 horizontally, in that order. Alright, so after doing that from the top right here, so from my right hand side towards the left, I'm having a mark of 20, which is this, and I'm going to project that vertically downwards. Okay, so which is this as displayed on the screen right there. Alright, so from this mark right here, I'm having another mark of what, of 10 towards this axis here. So placing my ruler there, I pick out this mark of what, 10, which is this. Okay, so on this mark of 10 right here, I'm going to pick my compass. Alright, I'm going to measure radius 40 with my compass. This is my compass, picking radius 40, which is this, standing at this mark of 10. Okay, drawing it, I'm having that as displayed on the screen right there. I'm having it right there as displayed on the screen. So the next step is to pick my ruler and actually join this right here like this. I'm going to pull this downward like this. I'm going to close this right here like this base, closing it all together. This area, I'm going to close it right there, and I'm going to close this right here. Okay, so after doing that, next is what, our plan. So how do we get our plan? So for my plan, from the base here, I'm measuring a distance of 25 mm downward. Yeah, from this base, 25 mm downward. That's the distance of 25 mm. I'm going to project that horizontally like this, first of all, as you can see. Then after that, I'm taking a distance of 50 from that mark, distance of 50, which is this. Then I'm projecting that also horizontally like this, as you can see. So then I'm going to project this mark right here, projecting this junction right here downward. Okay, so I'm going to take in this out like this, taking this out also like this. And I'm going to take in this, and this. Alright, so as it is now, we have our complete plan. Alright, so as displayed on the screen, the second option there is to get the auxiliary elevation on plane x1 y1. So our plane x1 y1 is at a distance of 45 mm towards the right hand side from the base of our front elevation. So from the base here, I'm measuring what, mark of 45 mm, which is this. So this is a mark of 45 mm. So let me just draw a line here faintly. Okay, that is the mark of 45 mm. Okay, next thing is to draw my 45-degree line. So with my 45-degree set square, sitting comfortably on my T-square, I draw this faintly. As you can see, that's my x and x1 and y1 plane. Okay, so that is it right there. So since we are producing the auxiliary elevation, so I'm going to be projecting every area from on my plan using my 45-degree set square. Take note, using my 45-degree set square. Okay, so I'm going to project this junction right here. You take note of that. Okay, then followed by this junction right here. Faintly, ensure you project them faintly. Followed by this junction right here at 45 degree. Faintly. Okay, and ensure your T-square and set square are sitting perpendicularly over each other very well. Okay, so that is it. Then I come to the top now. So from this junction right here, I project faintly. From this junction right here, I project faintly. From this junction right here, I project faintly. Then from this junction right here, I project it faintly. Alright, so that is it, as you can see on the screen right there. Let me take these lines away. We don't really need them. This from our projections from it, so that we won't get confused. Alright, so having those lines there right now, what is the next thing? Okay, so the next procedure is to pick my starting point. Alright, to pick my starting point, so I'm going to shift this set square to this area, draw this first line in. Okay, this will be my mark A, as this is my A here. Okay, so A to D I'm having right here, so this area is my D. Alright, A to C, so from A, this is my C, A to B right now. Okay, and this is my B. So on each of those points, I am providing this there faintly also. On mark C faintly, on mark D faintly. Alright, having it right there. So before I proceed, yeah, the center of this arc is actually right here, which is this. Okay, I'm going to project that area downward faintly also. Alright, I'm going to project that faintly also. So then pick that same radius 40, which is this. Okay, yeah, with that same radius 40. Yeah, which is this. I'm going to come right here. Okay, divide this one, come right here, divide this here, making it what? Making it 2. Okay, so I'm going to each of those points. So B, this will be this junction is my mark 1, this area is 2, and this area is 3. Why this center here is 4. So take note of those areas I'm showing you. So which means right here I'm having 1 right here. So projecting this area vertically downward. Okay, I'm having right here, I'm having 2. While I will call this area 2 complement. Okay, so projecting points 3 downward. Right here I'm having 3 also. Why this place is 3 complement. Alright, so that center line, this area is 4. Why this area is 4 complement. Okay, so likewise on this front view, I will display that also. Okay, so mark 2, mark 3. Okay, C over 4, B over 1, I have 2, I have 3. So likewise right here, this will be C over over 4, this will be B over 1. So the next thing for me is to get mark 2 and and 3. So A to 2 right there. So a, this is what, 2, then a 2 3, which is this, a 2 3. Okay, so then with my 45-degree set square, I'm going to what, project lines right there, faintly on mark 2 and faintly on mark 3. All right, so now from our plan here, we are going to project those complements. Okay, so this line is taking AB right here. Okay, so I call this, let me use something else to denote it so that we don't make mistake. Let's use something else. So I'm going to denote this as mark J, this place as mark K, JK. Do you take note of that? Okay, so this area is mark 1, this area is 1 complement, JK. Okay, this point will be what, point L, this point will be what, point M, this point will be what, N, and this point will be what, O. So as it is now, this is my J. Okay, this one right here is my what, is my K. So take note, this right here is my what, L, while this right here is my what, my M, this is my N, and this is my what, my O. So take note, so this area is my mark 1, all right, while this one here is my what, 1 complement. Are you taking note of that? Okay, so let's project for mark 2 now. On my mark 2, okay, so for mark 2, I'm going to project mark 2. Okay, this area is mark 2. All right, this area is mark 3. Okay, so K and 4 are on the same plane. Mark 4, comma, and what, K, comma, and mark 4 are on the same plane. All right, so those areas are settled. Okay, so my mark 1 complement already settled, mark 2 complement, I'm going to project that also now. This right here is my 2 complement, this right here is my L. Okay, okay, this is our N, while this at the top is my what, my 3 complement. Okay, this is my what, mark 4 complement, mark 4 complement. I think that's all. Yeah, settled, everything is settled as it is. So next thing is to start tracing out our object. So if you are looking at that object from that direction, okay, we are showing the what, auxiliary elevation, so which means we are looking at this object from this area. That is the implication. So what is the first thing we actually deduce? The first thing I deduce there is that this area, first of all, is going to be visible like this base. So let me sort that out first. This base, I'm going to take in this base straight away like that. All right, so yeah, so and J to K is also what, visible, and this is our K. Okay, this is our K here, K to J. So yeah, this is our K right here. Okay, that area is visible also. So next, you all know that this area is going to be visible. Yeah, this area is going to be visible like this. Okay, and this M, this point of M. Okay, so this our M right here. So our M, and this one is going to go this way, right? And our M, you can see L and M on the same plane. It terminates at this mark of okay, I need to bring this out. I need to actually bring out this junction here. Okay, let me just name this place as mark U, because that area terminates at mark U, so I need to get mark U. So A to U, that's A to U right there, and that's it. Okay, so I'm getting my faintly. So this area is mark what? Oh, sorry, it mix up. Yeah, this area is mark U. So, and our this thing is terminating at U right here. Terminating at U right here. Okay, so if that one is terminating right there, so I'm going to pick start joining. So we say these are mark 2. Okay, 2 to 2 complement. So let's start with that. Okay, mark 2. Okay, this is my mark 2 right here. So my 2 complement intersect my mark 2 right here. So let's do for this complement side of it. My 2 complements are intersect my mark 2 right here. Okay, my 1 complement intersect my mark B1 right here. Yeah, this is my 1 complement intersect my mark B and 1 right here. So take note of that. Alright, so my 3 complement and my 3. This is my 3 complement and this is my 3. Where did they intersect? They intersect right here. Okay, my 4 complement intersects my 4 also. 4 complements, and this C and 4. This is where they meet right here, and everything ends here. So I think I have my first mark right there like that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick my French curve and join those points together first of all. Okay, so that is that point right there. But that point is actually what? It's actually visible. Yeah, I can see it when looking from here. Okay, so that is that. So let's do for this area here. So this is my K to 1, which is here to here. That area is also visible, so I'm going to join that also. I'm going to join that also. Okay, so now this is my 1 to 1. Okay, my 1 is right here now. 1 to 1 intersect right here. My 2 to 2. This is my 2 right here, and our 2 here coming. They intersect right here. Take note. So my 3 to 3. This is mark 3 here, and this is my 3 coming here. They meet at this junction. Okay, so mark 4, C and 4. This K to 4, which is here, and C and 4. So they meet where? They meet right here. Alright, they meet right there. They meet right there, and everything actually returns to mark U. U to coming. Yeah, U to LM. So my L is this is my U. Okay, yeah, this is my U. All right, and L, this is my L. This is my L right here. So U and L intersect here. They intersect here. Okay, so I'm joining this also with my French curve, right, like this. So take note of that. So before I proceed, this is my L here. This line is for my L, and L to M is visible also. So we are going to join that like this. So from this junction, I'm joining this down to this point. Okay, and everything comes down to this junction here. Okay, which is this comes down here. Okay, that is for year to year, which is year to year. Okay, and as we can see, this comes like this. Okay, area is also visible. So with my French curve, I'm going to join that area also like this. Okay, all right, so now, so this to this area right here, this junction and that junction, so it's going to be visible to this level and what hidden right here. Okay, that's settled. So this point N, we know there is a point N here, but it is not going to be what visible. Okay, it is not going to be visible. So point N from top to bottom won't be what visible. So it's going to come right here like this. Okay, now we have point N right here. Okay, so what else? Yeah, okay, J, K. I'm going to join this point of K like this also. Yeah, here to here, which is here to here. Alright, so this brings us to the end of the problem on the screen. Okay, my name remains Oluwatunde Blessing Olalekan, the founder of Michael Tech. Kindly ensure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and also refer it to your friends who might be in need of it. Thank you.